Long-term care insurance, you have to remember to buy it right. And far too often, people don't buy it right. They buy what they can afford. And what I mean by that is that it's very expensive. And insurance agent says, well, it's going to cost X amount I can't afford that. Well, let's see what I can do. And they start to work it because they want to give you some coverage, of course. And so they start to work it. But listen, you need, if you're going to have long-term care insurance, you need to be thinking about inflation protection rider. That is something you ought to have so that the daily benefit is going up, especially if you're in your 50s, like Charlotte is. You're in your 50s. One of you are, if you manage to keep it, because it is going to get expensive, but if you manage to keep it, you may not use it to your 80. Can you imagine what it's going to cost per day by the time you're 80? So you don't want to have a $150 benefit that you get today, because $150 when you're 80 is probably not going to pay for much, and you're going to end up draining your savings anyway. So just be very careful about how you buy it. Is it going to run out after 2 years, or is it going to run out after 3 years or 5 years? Is it a lifetime benefit, which is the best benefit? But, look at all of those things. And the most important part of it is ADLs. ADLs. You'll see that term when you look at it. That stands for activity of daily living. There's 5 of them. There's 5 activities of daily living that we all go through every day. So generally, in order for you to collect, you have to be unable to perform 3 of those ADLs. But I have seen very inexpensive policies that require you to be able to not perform 4 of those activities. And you almost never get there. So you want to take a look at that. And I just say that as a word of caution. I've seen very good policies that allow you just 2. If you can't do 2 of them, you start collecting. The other thing you want to make sure, this is my last thing. The other thing you want to make sure is, can you use that at home? In other words, if I can't perform 3 of my ADLs, but I'm still at home, will they still pay the daily benefit so that I can bring someone in to help me with those things so I don't have to go to a skilled nursing facility? So I want to make sure that it's going to pay you whether you're home or whether you're actually in a facility.